Today's Best Country, 97.9 Kick FM. Michael Rose live in Chicago at the Country Lake Shake Festival with Charlie Worsham.
How's it going?
Is that how it's pronounced? Worsham?
Worsham. If your pants are dirty, Worsham.
Got it. Singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and Kylo Ren lookalike, at least from what I've seen on the pictures.
Oh, wow. That's a new one.
Is it?
Yeah. When I was a little younger and thinner, I would get Christian Bale a lot.
Oh.
And now I get a lot of Paul Rudd, but I'll take Kylo Ren.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you are wearing pants today.
Yeah.
I was listening to some of your music last night, and I got to tell you, that was the funniest 14 seconds in the world.
Well, thank you.
That opening track.
Thank you. Believe it or not, I did not write that song. That is an outside cut.
Oh, no.
Jeff Hyde, who has brought you songs like Record Year and Springsteen, brilliant songwriter, leave it to me to cut his 15-second song about a morning routine gone wrong, but I did it.
It's wonderful. I had to play it 2 or 3 times, like, wow, that's it? That's awesome. I love it.
It's so fun. I had like my great aunt and uncle were calling like, I think our CD's messed up. Are you sure they cut it right and everything? I was like, yeah, it's because they think the first is supposed to keep going. It's like, no, I just forgot to put on my pants, and I went back in and put them on. And
there we go. And you can start your day
story
again.
is done now.
You started on banjo at an early age. You played the Ryman Auditorium at the age of 10, and then played on the Grand Ole Opry stage at the age of 12. You've branched out to do fiddle, mandolin, guitar. Which one is your favorite? Do you still go back to the banjo as your favorite?
I go back to the banjo, not as much. I've been on the guitar almost exclusively lately. I did get a chance to play on a session for some other folks recently and pick the mandolin and the banjo up. Now, disclaimer, I have not touched a fiddle in years. That would classify as literally as torture for whoever's in earshot.
Oh.
I'm grateful to have learned a little bit about the fiddle, but it is Screech City, man. It is like, nobody needs that in their life.
So if Charlie whips out the fiddle, you know where you rate in his life.
Yes. Oh, no. No, you just know that you need to be, run.
There you go. Is there any other instrument you're looking to pick up?
You know, it's interesting. My dad, one of my first memories of music is my dad, who had a 44-year career as a banker. He's doing tourism in my hometown in Grenada, Mississippi now, but he always played the drums. And my earliest memories of music are sitting in his lap when he played the drums, especially at sound check at little local gigs. Yeah. And I just moved in Nashville, and I have a music room now that can hold the kit, the drum set, and I record. And so I have a lot of instruments like a dobro and bass and drums that I don't claim to play, but I play in the studio because you can use studio magic. You know, my first instrument was piano, taking piano lessons. So to me, music is the universal language, and the instruments are just different dialects. And there are very few instruments, like the steel guitar is an example, and the bagpipes would be an example of one that I just want to leave to the professionals, or I'd have to clear my calendar for 5 years to even crack the surface on. But everything else to me is just a curiosity, and they really relate more than you think they would. Once you know a couple of instruments.
All right. It's according to the information I was reading, if not music, then accounting.
Oh, yeah, that was like 2 managers ago, and they believed a certain thing should be my image online, and I wouldn't be an accountant. I'd have tried to be an Anthony Bourdain of all things. I would have wanted to be a travel guy. I noticed that you're a gearhead as well. You know, there are so many people don't want to get into that side of don't want to get into that business, and if music doesn't work for it, which is something bad to say, but no, music is working very well. I love the studio side, and when I was in college at Berkeley in Boston, that was my major, because I had access to the gear. And the thing I learned while I was there is the studio is the one place where every single piece of the music business intersects. The folks that are at the label, the suits, you know, they come through the studio. The engineers, the producers, the session players, the songwriters, the managers, everyone stands in the studio for at least a minute. And to me, it's another instrument, being able to work those things. So I'm definitely that kind of gearhead. But I love to travel too. Travel's my favorite side effect of this, and to be a foodie travel expert would be a fun thing.
Well, you told me earlier that you just flew in this morning to Chicago. Is this your first time here, or have you been?
No, gosh, I've been here a dozen times. Really? I love this place. My second experience at a big baseball game was at Wrigley Field, and the Red Sox beat the Cubs very badly. Oh. And my first experience was the Red Sox getting it handed to them by the Yankees at Fenway. So I kind of got the two perfect.
Is there anything in particular you like to do while you're in town?
I always just love to walk around the city. I mean, I was walking around Millennium Park. I love art museums. It's good. There's great people watching everywhere you go, especially in museums, especially in little off the beaten path restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I just like to get on foot and get lost. I've been going to the UK a lot lately, and I've done that enough in London now that actually, without direction, I could probably get around most major parts of London, and it comes from getting myself lost on foot. That's my favorite thing to do.
That's a big fear everybody has. Nobody wants to get lost,
right.
And that's how you find your way around.
That's exactly it.
You find all these new things that you've never had before.
That's it.
Your latest album, Beginning of Things, you released that last year. Any new projects on the horizon?
Always. I'm always writing what's in my heart, and I'm writing up a storm right now. I'm playing a monthly gig in Nashville for the specific purpose of trying out new songs. And I'm going to do that for the rest of the year, just stockpile new music. And I don't know what shape that's all going to take. There's been talk of some fun side project ideas, and I'm always writing for my next record. But right now I'm in just the collecting raw material business. You know, the more songs, the more I'll know.
Charlie Worsham talking with me here at 97.9 Kick FM, live from the Country Lake Shake Festival. As a matter of fact, when we come out of this next break, I'm going to play one of your songs. So,
all right.
Yep. Cut Your Groove. We'll do that when we come out of the break here.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks for joining me
Thanks
today.
for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
Yes, sir.
It's 97.9 Kick FM.